Boys and girls, we're going to finish our track work up to the HK map freight depot to 7% switchback. It's going to be quite the challenge. Excited to try this. Is done pretty much. So I confirm that this works. And go around and touch up all the pieces of groundwork and stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and add the trees to the map. Fortunately, I had to use some bridges over here. Trying to stay away from the crazy bridges, but there is no other way to really do it. This is close. This. Oh, this piece is in the way. I can see that. Oh no, maybe not. It's good. Now it was too sharp around here to go around it with stone wall. I had to use the bridge. Yeah, I could put some stone wall here. Always add it in the future. Sharp turn. It was almost like I couldn't see the switch. I'm going to take that climax that's all the way down there, all the way up here, with the 6 carts of lumber, just to test it. Can I fit 6 cars here? Imagine if you go off. Holy smokes. Mm. There's no way this is going to work. I'm definitely going to be doing this over again. Some other way. Serious climb out. Well, wow. I wanted to go closer, but the invisible wall is there. I had to come over here. Gotta put a switch here. That was a mistake. What are you doing? This should actually be like this. Just nailed it. Built something up here. I don't know what. What happened? Didn't I attach Tom's? Wow. I attached it. And now it's gone. Well, I'm gonna have to restart the game. Should actually... bet that's aiming in a bad direction. Maybe it just needs to be over here more. Or I should just use the right switch. I'm just going to use the right switch. Alright, let's just, before I go crazy in building, let's just test this out. I can't teleport, so I gotta run all the way there. Well, that's a long walk. I don't know why the tools didn't attach. That was kind of weird. Well, now I might be screwed if I can't get onto that track. Teleport not enabled. Which is good. Yo, bro. Give me a sec to get in Discord. I have to restart the game. And RROx Extended didn't attach. Hello.
Hello. There you are.
Yeah. Just doing a quick YouTube video for the laying of the track up there.
Right on.
I don't have the Extended attached.
Yeah, that happened to me last night.
You extended, you attached it and it crashed?
Yeah. Then I reattached it, and I think it has to do with that the treenator. I think. Don't quote me on it because I had that back on. It did it again.
Well, I haven't used the Treenator on this map yet, so.
Yeah, but do you have it on?
No. No. I don't.
It's not that. Then it's not that.
Know what it is. Did you get it to work eventually?
Yep. Yep. I thought it was treenator, and so I turned off treenator.
Right. I've had both of them working simultaneously, so.
Yeah.
Before. They're pretty exclusive from each other.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of testing.
Yeah.
Since I got this game, I've been testing everything.
This thing needs water. What's my water level at? Well, I have plenty in the boiler.
Those playing infected, I see. So you're gonna go up the switchback?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with these 6 cars, which I think are around the same weight as the oil barrels, or lighter, maybe?
I think they're lighter.
Yeah. Lumber's pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, it is. But it's not as heavy as oil cars.
Let's see. We can look at the chart right now. All right, so 6 oil barrels is 137,000. That is 0, 0, 6, and then 8. How many? There's 6 on. There's 6. There we go. Oh, it's heavier.
Heavier.
It's heavier. It's 160,000 pounds.
Wow.
Yep.
I would think
No.
that would be lighter because they're. That is amazing to know.
It's 137 versus 160. So it says I barely have enough to get up the hill. I can't wait till we have the new spline update with the new switches, so I could put.
New switches?
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear nothing about that.
it's in. It was in the video. It was in the video.
What are they doing to the switches?
So instead of having pre-made switches, you basically just run your track into each other, and then it forms a switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can have curve switches, Y switches.
Shit. How do you make? So you just run a track from here to there to make a crossover?
That I don't know. They didn't mention anything about crossovers, but they had the switches. They were working. They didn't look like they were working, but they were working. So the switches he had in that video were really short.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be really nice when you're doing stuff like making yards and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I moved the freight depot back closer to that spawning area, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still finding because of the switches, and I'm going almost to the mountain from just to get out of that. Get out of that spawning area.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these switches are too long.
Yeah. It's like 20 feet just after the switch.
Yeah, and I'd like to make switches that are Ys, and I'd like to put switches on curves.
Yeah.
That 9% throttle went a long way. %.
Yeah, it would be really nice to put a switch across here, so that way when you're coming around, you can flip that switch and go over that way.
Yeah, like I put one put one crossover, but I don't have enough room to put another straight. You know, so if I could put one right here like this, boom.
Yeah.
You know, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that train is taking its sweet time to stop. Jeez. better go after it. It's taking too long.
Because it's really difficult to make a switch on a curve.
Right. I have sand in this thing.
What's your grade?
7%.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've never... I mean, before they did all the realistic settings and all that stuff, I used to have 10% grades. But then once they put that in, I took all that stuff out and kept everything around 4.
Yeah. Okay, talking about grades. I took a map last night, and I used the term treeinator, and I deleted all the trees in the map.
Oh my god, really? Look at this.
Oh,
It was so clear of the switch.
really?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's backing up. What the hell? Okay, I'll take it. That was funny. That was like the perfect re-rail.
Yep.
Alright, so treeinator, you were saying...
I took all the trees out, right? So I can get a 2% grade down to where the smelter was, right?
Right.
And I can get a 3% from the iron mine all the way down.
Okay.
From the iron mine.
Right.
But
This is that on this map or the original map?
that would be where the original industries were, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I was just doing some testing last night, right? Just to see if it can be done. So you could do a 2% all the way down to the smelter. But the problem you're going to run into is when you get to that point where you got to bring a track across to go to the coal mine.
Yeah.
You're going to run into you'd run into a situation where the train is not going to be low enough to have a level track over top of it.
Right.
So that doesn't. It works down to the smelter. Then you gotta work to get a 2%.
I think people have done 1% to the... Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some maps there that I've seen that are from
Yeah.
the and I got this one. You said 3%, right? You got it go down all the way down?
On this map?
No, from the coal mine.
No, this is... It's got one little short spot of 4, and then some more 3.75, and then the rest is all different.
I got it. I got it 1.5.
Going up this same route that I'm taking?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Go on the other side of it,
Right.
by the waterfall. You come across in front of the waterfall.
Right, yeah. If you go that way, you got plenty of room to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that where on my main map with the big truss bridge, that's like a 2% grade going all the way down.
And what I'm trying to do is keeping the height of the groundwork to a bare minimum. That way you just see the groundwork and that's it.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That little spot you're coming up to right now, I would have it less than that.
Right.
But it would still be visible enough that you see groundwork. So that's what what I've been testing out and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I could do a map like that. It would probably take me a month to build. Trying to figure out all the places.
Well, they're there. They're there. It's just you gotta really work at them to get them to go. Right?
And I like keeping things a consistent grade as much as possible.
Yeah. The consistent.
So it's hard to hide all the groundwork when it's not consistent.
Right. Yeah, it's a balancing act. You gotta,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be quite the ride.
Are you using sand?
Nope. Not yet. If this stuff is all 3.75, I'm at 52%. I'm pretty sure I can make the 7% grade, but it's going to have to be close to 100%. And if I slip, it's over.
She'll just slide backwards.
Yeah. I wonder if water in the tender adds weight and gives it more traction. I'm going to stick a water tower at the top here and fill it up. And I'm going to check my sand. I'll put a sand tower up there too before I go.
It should give you weight, like, because water's heavy.
Right. I don't remember reading if it's calculated in the game though.
Yeah, that could be. So then that means the sand wouldn't be calculated as weight either.
Right. Well, the sand is minimal.
Still heavy. Still has weight.
Yeah. Yeah, a few pounds. This is going to be interesting, all right.
I got him today with that scream scare that he's got.
Who, what?
I got Joe today.
How?
Yeah, he's got a sound alert scream on his viewer points,
Okay.
and I got him today on it. He's playing infected.
Right.
So as soon as I popped in, I didn't even type anything yet. I just started with screaming.
Oh, so you can activate the alerts?
Yeah, you know viewer points. You know where your viewer points are, right?
Yeah. The sub points?
Down at the bottom below the chat.
Yeah, I have to look at that.
Somebody else got him.
Oh, that's funny. So they can activate these screams or whatever.
Yeah, same with the sound alerts. They can activate them to and play them to try and, if you're playing a game and you're really serious in it, like say you're playing 7 Days to Die and you're walking around a corner. As soon as you walk around a corner, somebody plays a jump scare song.
Right.
Sound. It should make the player jump, and what it is usually if you're doing it on camera, where you're on camera and they can see you.
Right.
They can see the reaction.
My God. This thing being such a pain in the butt. Oh, that's full already.
Wow.
How is that full already?
That was quick.
Yeah. Too quick. Let me check the sand.
I don't even know where that is.
Sand? It's over here.
Oh,
Oh, it's full. Yep. I should have enough sand. Yeah, all the locals have sand domes.
even Betsy?
Yep.
Wow.
Betsy's got them too.
This is where Tom's Tools is awesome.
Yep, for the switches. I think I put all the switches but one in the right position going up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to throw that switch and drive the train at the same time. That's going to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't run Tom's Tools outside of F1?
No, nothing. I started it up. I attached it. I went to use it. It was gone. Just wasn't even open at all or nothing.
See, I have it on a separate screen.
Yeah.
And I take my cursor off the screen that I'm on to that screen.
Yeah. Yep.
And I watch the train on its own little screen.
Yep. Can do that too. I can control it from another computer.
Really?
Yeah. Just share the link with yourself.
Oh shit! I'm gonna do that. I got a little laptop.
Yeah.
I got one of these things called a notebook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
But you can't change the color scheme on the web browser. But you can install the desktop app on that notebook and then run it through that. You don't have to run it in a browser. All right, here we go, guys. We're going up 7% right now.
We're committed.
Oh no, this is not 7% yet. This is only 5 right here.
But you're pushing. So
Yeah. Once I get past the coal mine, I think it changes to 7. Pushing or pulling it don't matter.
So I'm looking at the coal mine, thinking I can move that.
Why would you want to? It's in such a good spot.
Oh, I know. And it's only used for, well, what else? You only get coal from it, right?
That's it. Oh, looks like we didn't hit the wire. We're good on the wire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just scraping it.
I don't think it has a hitbox.
Probably not. But I was thinking somewhere higher.
Higher. Hmm. Yeah. I think your sound dampening is off because I can hear your chair again.
Yeah, it is. The Windows had an update, and I'm being lazy right now.
Better put this. I'm going to put the sand on. We're right at the limit.
Windows want me to go to Windows 11, and I don't want to do that.
Right? Me neither. You know it's not better. They just want to have more control over your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That loco is doing it. Okay, this switch is in the right position. We're good. My God, it's struggling. I don't know, man.
It's gonna be close. And you're at full rag too. Ooh.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Well, the calculator said I only had.
Oh, now you know when you're moving a little bit.
I don't know where the end is. The calculator said I only had like 8% extra, and that's based on straight track. So you add a little curve or something,
Yeah.
it'll be a different story.
It's like they face these e-bikes. My daughter's looking at getting an e-bike so she doesn't have to take her car to work every day for the summer.
Right.
And I said to her, they base that on a flat surface.
Yeah.
They base that charge on hills or weather or like.
Uh-oh, they're not going to make it.
Uh-oh.
Why isn't it like stopped like it had brakes on? Did you see that?
Yeah. It made it up the other 7%, right?
I'm pretty sure that's 7% below me. Man, that stopped it like real hard.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't 7% below. What? Maybe it's more than 7%. When I was laying it, the tool said 7%. You know?
It's another thing I noticed about the tools. They're not accurate.
I don't think they are. Nope. It's like it's got brakes on.
Yeah.
Wow.
What does Mini Zerg say about that?
I can't upload the map. The map is too big. After I add the trees, it'll be able to be uploaded.
No, I did it last night. You can put in. You don't have to save it. You can run Mini Zerg without the trees. It just takes a little longer for it to boot up.
No, it won't load. Once your map is over a certain size, it's not going to load. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not going to load.
For me last night, I'm telling you, I did it last night. I tested
That was a map without any track on it, right?
with track and trees. I was building track.
What? Trees or no?
No trees. But
Right.
track.
Right. So I was building this map, and when I first started building it, I was able to upload it. Then once I got to a certain point, it would no longer take it, so it was too big. So once you go over a certain amount of track, it's not going to take it. Look, I'll show you. It's this one here, River at 9. This was uploaded a while ago, though. Yeah, that's going to take a while. I guess I'm going to have to split the train. Let me try 5 cars and see what happens. But the way that stopped dead, I don't even think 5 cars is going to matter. Yeah, I was uploading, and then all of a sudden it just stopped taking it once I got a certain amount of track. It went over the.
Certain amount. See, I had the logging camp and a sawmill and a smelter with track.
Single track or double track?
Track going to all 3.
But is it a double track mainline or a single track?
Single.
I don't know. Either this is not 7%, or the calculator is wrong. So either I need a second loco, or I could drop a car.
Still going.
It is.
It's slowly. You're gonna drop one right there?
Yep. I'll have to come back for them.
Yep.
And there she goes. So, remember, I'm designing this for oil barrels, right? I gotta look at the calculator. Let me get up to the next switchback.
Sorry, I was. Yeah, I come in, turn on my computer, Windows pops up. Windows 11 is free. And then it did an update. I had to sit here and wait for the update. Do its update.
Just barely gonna fit 6 cars on this thing right here.
Yeah.
But it'll fit.
Now I got another question.
Hold on a second. Let's go back to the calculator. I want to stay on topic for this video as much as possible. Yeah. So this is 4. Oh, what the heck was that noise?
Me sneezing.
No, God bless you. So 106,000. I don't know. I don't know if it can pull the oil barrels or not. It didn't pull 5. Didn't pull 5.
So you're putting that at 4?
At 4, it makes it.
Yeah. See, I don't have this calculator.
They're in Discord.
Yep. I just gotta look for it.
And here, see this map right here? That's the map I'm on right now.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got. And then when I added a little more track and tried to upload it, it said it will not take it. It's too big. File size too big. Yeah. So he doesn't want these big files taking up the server. Probably too many people had maps with no trees on it.
Yeah.
Taking up his bad bandwidth.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I
so yeah.
I only had single tracks running from, but there was 2 tracks at each industry.
Yep. Keep going, and then it all of a sudden it's going to stop taking it, and you're going to have to. Well, after I add the trees, the file size is going to become smaller.
Because it's
right. I think so.
Doesn't make sense because it's still there. It's the file size is still there. You know what I mean?
You're uploading the save file. The save file has the information of the cut trees. Yes.
How does it make it smaller?
It's going to delete all the cut tree information. I was trying to explain it to you. So when you cut a tree down in the map, it adds to the file size. When you put the tree back, it reduces the file size.
It shouldn't. It should go the other way.
No, because there is no built-in method in the game for putting trees back. So the only way to put a tree back is to remove the bit of information in the save file that shows that the tree had been cut.
Yeah. So when you're removing a file out of a file, it makes that file smaller.
No, the position.
I make maps in Giants Editor.
For the
a map in Giants Editor, and you take something out of the map.
Yeah.
It makes that file smaller. When you put something back.
No, we had this conversation the other day. The position of the trees is not part of the save file because there's 300,000 trees. Okay, it has nothing to do with the save file. When you cut a tree, that cut becomes part of the save file. So the save file becomes larger.
It shouldn't.
I don't know if it should or it shouldn't. I'm telling you how it works.
But it shouldn't. Because you're taking that file of that tree out of the game.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Yes, you are. When you cut the tree down, yes.
No, you're not. The game has the information of where all the trees go. The game itself, not the save file. The save file is different. The save file. Well, the save file is what you're uploading to Minizerg. You understand?
If you're taking something out of the game.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I'm trying to explain to you that that's not how this game works. The position of the position and quantity of everything is not part of the save file.
But it should. It should work that when you take something out.
I don't know if it should or it shouldn't. I didn't write the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just explaining to you how it works. When you cut a tree down, a little bit of information goes into your save file.
And that means when you get to the point where, so that means you can't cut any of the trees down.
Here, look, I'm going to show you something right now. You ready? Get ready for this. Yeah, let me show you. Okay.
If you cut any of the trees down, then
right.
that file size, anybody with a low-end computer, if you cut down 20,000 trees, that means that person with a low-end computer is not going to be able to play this game.
No, you're not getting it. Look at my screen right now. Slot 2 is my main map, the one with the trestles and the arch bridges, the big, giant, huge map. It's 416 kilobytes. The map I'm playing on right now is 2.5 megabytes. It is 5 times the size because there's 300,000 tree cuts as part of this save file. The only way to get rid of those tree cuts, the only way you could put how come you keep interrupting me?
Well, because I'm trying to say something. Megabytes are more than kilobytes.
I know that. Look at the size of the file in front of you. Right? The game I'm playing now is 2,429 kilobytes. My normal map is 400 kilobytes. Okay? This is the map I'm playing right now. The save file is over 5 times as large because it has 300,000 tree cuts as part of the save. The only way you could put the trees back is to remove those tree cuts from the save file. So when you load the game starts up. You tell the game what save file you want to use, right? And then the game constructs the map based on the information in the save file. It starts positioning everything. So the map loads up, the map has all the trees, then it looks at the save file and it starts subtracting the trees. Whereas other games, like the one that you're talking about, the position of everything is in the save file, and the way you get rid of it is by removing it from the save file. This is the opposite with the trees.
Well, it should. I would think that it should be when you remove something, it should make the file smaller.
No, because the trees are not part of the file. The location of all the trees have nothing to do with the save file. The location of all the trees are in the game. They're in the game files.
So, okay, if it's in the game files, so it would still be in a save file if you save it.
All right, let's back up even further. Maybe this will explain it for you. The game that what was the game you said you played that you remove stuff?
Farm Sim.
Farm Sim. Are you supposed to remove stuff like that?
When you're in the editor and you're editing stuff, yes.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're taking stuff out of. It's still a save file because you still have to save it, right? So it's No. Is it part of the game? Does the game allow you to remove those things that you're removing, or you editing? What editor? Giants editor. You're not in the game.
It's part of the. Is the editor part of the game?
It's what you make the game.
But is the editor? Does the right the hex? The hex is not part of the game.
No, it's like that.
Okay, so that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Cutting down a tree is part of the game. Removing something from Farm Sim is not part of the game.
But you're taking it out of the game.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No, you're taking it out of the file that tells the game where it is.
So, isn't that the same as this
No.
tool?
No, because the trees, the location of all the trees is not in the save file. It's not part of the save file. It's in a different file somewhere else in the game. And then when the game starts up, the save file tells the game how many trees it needs to remove. Which is that's a lot less information than trying to tell the game how many trees it should put in. You understand? Otherwise, your save files become too large. And then they'll take forever to load. My slot 2, my main save, takes like over a minute to load. This one takes even longer, and it has less track, because it has to tell the game how many trees to cut. All right. We did this.
The game is still saying that they're there then. Is that
There's some things in this game, like the terrain.
Yeah.
The terrain is not part of the save file. You can't go into a save file and then edit terrain. So right. So the same thing with the trees. The trees are not, the location of all the trees is not part of the save file. Only when you cut a tree, that's part of the game. Okay. Cutting a tree is part of the game. It's a function of the game itself. When you edit Farm Simulator, you're doing something outside the game, so you're working with the files completely different than the way you work with the files here.
Right. I get you now. I get you now. But
I mean, if the location of the trees before they were cut were in the save file, then a blank save would have way more information than a save with all the trees cut in it. You follow what I'm saying?
So you're saying, let me see if I got you right. So if I were to cut the trees down in the game, the save file would be smaller than if I were to just go in and click all the trees and they'd be gone?
No.
So it'd still be the same size.
Every time you cut a tree, it adds to the size of the save file.
Fix that, because if you hit more than a gigabyte and all you're doing is cutting trees down.
Well, not a gigabyte.
Well,
it's not that large. But say
futuristic, right? If you've got all your track laid and you're cutting trees down, and you got double line, right? And you're already, if you're in the megabytes already, it wouldn't take very much to go to. If you hit 1,000 megabytes, you're at a gigabyte.
No, it's 1,000 kilobytes.
Yeah, it makes a megabyte.
A megabyte, not a gigabyte. So right now the save file, yeah.
I just said if you made 1,000 megabytes.
Yeah, which you won't.
Gigabyte. Well, the game's still expanding, right? So.
Right.
So you got to look at that, right? The game is still expanding. So by the time they're said and done with the game, and they're expanding it.
But the game has a limit to how big it can be and still run. We've already exceeded that limit. That's why we're having FPS problems.
What?
So I don't know how much more they're going to be able to expand the game, to be honest. That's an issue.
If they're looking at expanding the map or making another map.
I've only heard talk about it, and there's nothing is written in stone. Yeah. They might not be able to, unless they fix the FPS problem. The game is already too big. It is. This is a problem with all sim games.
Yeah.
You know.
It is. And I broke Farm Sim last night too.
You broke it?
Yep.
How'd you break it?
Easy. You know how this game, if you put too many trains in this game, the FPS goes to shit.
Right.
Right? So the trees in that game, if you plant as many trees as you have in that game,
yeah,
in the spot that you're sitting in right now, you wouldn't be able to move.
Right.
Because the FPS just gone to shit. So I did that last night too. I had 2 games running. I had that game and this game running.
What is who trying to do, Panda? And good afternoon, by the way.
Good afternoon. Oh yeah.
12 more minutes before evening.
Yep. Hey, Panda. He was over on Joe's.
Oh, why these cars seem so heavy?
Seems like there's a brake on.
Right? I just turned them both off.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless I didn't do it all the way. That's 0. And that's 0.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's weird.
50%. I don't know. I think that one section of track might be too steep.
Maybe.
I might have to fix that. But I might have to... Oh. The train just jumped. That turn is too sharp. I think I'm going to have to add the trees back so I can upload the map to Minizerg. Yep, it's
4 there.
yeah. You're an hour behind me.
So that means you and I are based on the same time.
Eastern. Yep.
Yeah.
You must be right on the line of the time zone, right? Yep.
I'm Central Ontario, Central Canada.
Well, we just had. Wait, what time is it for you? Did you guys use daylight savings time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you must be right on the border.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
The state of New York is like right outside of Hamilton. That's the way I go. That's the way I go when I'm going to Syracuse.
Right.
Hamilton, Niagara Falls, cut over.
Oh man. Anyway, so I'm going to conclude the YouTube portion of this video. It started out as a track building lesson or whatever, and ended up as a heated discussion about save files.
I don't think it was needed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't mean for it to be heated.
Right. And also, bro, like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure of what I was saying. Just based.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Each game is different, right? Each game
Right.
is different, right? And how the writers of each game make their game,
Right.
right? They try to be different than the other game writers, right? And I get it, right? But to make something simple between you and I, just me, the way I think about it. If I take something out of the game, either it be a tool or an editor, the file should be smaller. That's the way I think about it.
Okay, so a couple things wrong with what you said. When you say take something out of the game, okay, the game is a lot of files. You follow what I'm saying? The ones that we're playing with are just the save files. So when you take something out of the game, you're not taking it out of the game per se. You're just editing the file that tells the game where everything is, or is not. You follow what I'm saying? And then the other thing you said is you would make things simple, right?
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with 300 and something thousand trees, it's simpler to have those trees as part of the terrain.
Oh yeah, because then you're combining them, right? But then
Right.
you take it out of that. You take it out of if you cut down 100,000 trees, right? The terrain
Which
file.
most people do not cut that many trees down. I don't think that. Yeah, I'm just saying the developers probably figured, well, no one's going to be cutting down all the trees,
Right.
and the first thing someone does is cut down all the trees.
I was just using that as a basis, right?
Right.
I wasn't using that as a if, right? It should make the terrain file smaller, not bigger.
Generally speaking, I'm not a game developer, but I'm be willing to bet that it's more efficient to have a smaller game file as opposed to a larger one.
Oh, it is.
Right. So that's why the information, the positioning of all the trees is not part of the save file. Only the ones you cut.
Right. Because then you're telling your save file, I cut this tree.
Correct. And then the save file is telling the game, don't plant this tree when you start up.
Yeah. So therefore, the terrain file, I would think, now this is just me, that the terrain file would be smaller because now you're telling it that you've cut this tree down. This person has cut this tree down.
There is no terrain file. Oh, well, there is a terrain file, right? And that remains unchanged. The game loads into your machine based on the information in the terrain file and in the save file. Combines the two information together.
Yeah.
Well, this is a royal pain in the ass. I think I'm going to have to go ahead and add the trees.
Yeah.
But there's a couple more sidings I want to put in before I do that.
Well, you got the Terminator thing.
What Terminator thing? Oh, Treeinator.
Treeinator.
Right. Yeah, I could. Right.
You could add them and then take them away, right? So.
Yep. I could.
I love that feature.
Yep.
I was messing with that last night. Dude.
You know, it's good and bad in a way.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, my main map, I have the area where I added the two industries, right? I like the trees tighter to the track there than the rest of the map. So I'm in, right, and then if I throw it in my map in the Treeinator and tell it cut the trees X amount of distance from the track, it's going to screw. Yeah, it's going to do everything globally.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know that I was watching your video on it. So then I got the link out of your video. And I'm like, I've been playing with it. I'm like, okay. So it's either or.
Did you see my theme park?
Was it in that video?
No, look.
Oh.
Hidden in the mountains. I'm going to change this up today. I have some ideas for this.
Oh, did you watch that video I posted in your Discord?
The simulator.
No, the one where Heis was talking about going into hell.
The hell no.
There's another spot where you can go under the map, just over by where the freight people used to be.
Right.
And they were shoving trains in there and everything.
Oh, I have to take a look at that one. All right. Anyway, YouTube video over. Bye, guys. Thank you.